This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. We go now to California, where immigrant rights labor icon Dolores Huerta addressed the No Kings rally Saturday in Watsonville.
People here that are right now being arrested, deported, and terrorized, they are not immigrants. They are the indigenous people of the continent. The real immigrants to the United States came from Europe, right?
That was Dolores Huerta. She is 95 years old. Amidst intensifying immigration raids, she's joined with People for the American Way and the Dolores Huerta Foundation to release a short film that shows neighbors joining together in nonviolent civil disobedience to protect a dramatized immigrant elder from being zip-tied and disappeared by ICE. It's a dramatization. At the end of the video, the ICE agents hear protesters outside, including Dolores Huerta, and stop their arrest. She released this right before the No Kings rally and is joining us from her home in California. Welcome back to Democracy Now!, Dolores. Talk about what you told the crowd and how large that gathering was for Watsonville and the significance of Watsonville, of the center of migrant worker organizing in California.
Yes, we had a really great rally. We had a lot of farm workers that were there, and of course, people lined the streets with their signs, and it was just amazing. And as you know, here in California, we were some of the first people hit by the Border Patrol and ICE, and they arrested 90 people, and of those 90 people, only one person out of the 90 had any kind of a criminal record, which could be a traffic ticket, some kind of misdemeanor. And we just have to say to everyone, this is not about going after immigrants. This is about going after people of color. This is ethnic cleansing. This is exactly what is happening now in the United States of America. And God knows that we have to put a stop to it. We have never seen such horrific attacks on our people.
You talk about ICE targeting day labor centers in Los Angeles. For example, the Van Nuys Center being raided 14 times since June. The focus on labor, on workers who are out at work when they are taken.
Yes, not only farm workers, but we know our hospitality workers that work in our hotels, people who are laborers that work on construction sites. I mean, absolutely no one is safe. You happen to be just anybody on the street that happens to be a person that looks Latino or Asian or Black. You are subjected to the kidnapping and all of these tortures, and as we know, people have already been killed. You know, this is the kind of horrific terrorism that the Latino and the people of color community are now living, and God knows that it has to stop. It has to stop. And so it's so important here in California. We're working on Proposition 50, which will be voted on November the 4th, and so that we can change the Congress, because we know our Congress is the one that has allocated the funding, the millions of dollars that they're giving to ICE and for the detention centers. This is all coming from our own government, not only the president, but the Congress right now. The current Congress, which is controlled by Republicans, is putting all of these horrible maneuvers in place right now to terrorize our community. And God knows it's got to be stopped. And we know we have elections in 2026. And so we are now preparing the ground so that we could get more Democrats, more progressive people in the Congress so that we could stop the madness that is happening to our community.
Dolores Huerta, you, Maxine Waters, other U.S. citizens have filed a petition with the Carrillo law firm to the United Nations Human Rights Council to investigate the Trump administration for potential human rights violations, denouncing these ICE raids as a form of ethnic cleansing. Can you talk about the significance of this petition?
The petition itself is actually and the law firm is representing several U.S. citizens that have been detained, arrested, or attacked by ICE agents. And so they are actually representing U.S. citizens and people that have the documented right to work here in the United States of America, and yet they have been detained and they have been attacked by the ICE agent. And we are hoping that we can get many more people here in the United States to also sign on to that petition. And we are asking the United Nations to please send an envoy to the United States. It's as ridiculous as it sounds, but to think that we have to petition the United Nations to come in and investigate what is happening to people of color here in the United States of America, just like they did in Guatemala when all of the assassinations were taking place in Guatemala and the people that were being attacked. We have a similar situation here in the United States that we need help. We can't get it from our own government. Maybe people in the United Nations can help and assist us.
There were many around the country who called for a general strike, bringing together the issue of labor and immigrant rights. You are a leading labor immigrant rights activist. In your final comment in these 30 seconds, do you endorse this?
Absolutely, but we know it has to take a lot of good planning to make sure it's effective. And we also want to say to people, you can go to aclu.org/know-your-rights/immigrants' rights to help and get more information, and also to nilc.org/resources. Everybody has rights.
Dolores Huerta, we want to thank you so much for being with us. Renowned civil rights activist, co-founder of the United Farm Workers, and president of the Dolores Huerta Foundation. We spoke to her at her home in Bakersfield, California. She is 95 years old. Happy birthday to Safi Nazal. I'm Amy Goodman. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching Democracy Now! On YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And for more of our audience-supported journalism, go to democracynow.org, where you can download our news app, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the daily podcast, and so much more.